What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a hump day edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. Y'all are having a fantastic morning so far. Drew just walked by, so he'll probably be here shortly. Drew? It's morning. Presented by Brock. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Anyway, hope y'all are having a good morning so far. What's going on today? Tiger baseball team wins last night. Grambling's just terrible. But we'll talk about the game. And Ed Orgeron met with the media yesterday after spring practice, so get into some of that as well. Said the spring game will be pretty basic. Justin Nicholson, Gamoggin. Liquid fast. Okay, liquid fast. Here we go. He gone. Liquid fast. He was here, and then gone like a ghost. Gone. Little Kaiser Soze for you. Usual suspects. Let's see. Sam Dixon, good morning. Carl the Cat, Mike Sylvester, Thomas Dale, Chapman. What's up, y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Lauren Anderson, Kirk Taylor, Ryan Amos, Josh Long. What's up? And thank you for sharing, Josh Long. Sharing is caring, and I appreciate everyone who hits the share button on this post, and certainly everyone who likes the Brock page as well. Okay. There we go. Drew made a happy plate. All right, let's get into it. Hope y'all have an awesome day. Say some good mornings here. If you would share the post, that's helpful. Leroy Blanchard, good morning. Stephen Bro, what's up? Grant Males, good morning from Nashville. How about that? Cheryl, Craig, Wyatt, Dad, Jason Meeks, what's up? Johnny Marchisi, Joey Painich, what's up, Joey Painich? Joey, I bet you love midweek games too, huh? Dawn, good morning. We got another one tonight, South Alabama. And it was, in fact, it was South Alabama, the USA Jaguars, which actually started the over-the-top, hyperbolic back and forth between me and people who just don't understand about midweek baseball games. Because it was 2 years ago in 2017 when LSU lost a midweek game to South Alabama that everyone went, God, this team stinks. They're never going to Omaha. They stink. They can't win midweek games. At some point, it's got to matter. And they wound up in the national championship series in Omaha. Let's see. Kirk Taylor, last segment should be called Deep Thoughts with T-Bob. It'll be a hit. So, if you missed, yesterday, so no more handoff Hester on AFR because Hester's moved up to 1 to 3. For those that aren't familiar with my radio show, the last segment of the show, when Jacob Hester joined our staff, his show would follow mine. So I was like, hey, why don't you come in and do the last segment with me? We'll do an Ask segment. Audience can get to know you a little bit, and it'll help transition to your show so people can kind of become more aware of it because I can promote that segment throughout my show. So we've done that for a little more than a year now, ever since Hester's been here. Anyway, so Hester's now 1 to 3, so that segment is gone. And yesterday I'm doing the last segment of the show, and T-Bob walks in studio. I don't even know why he was there. And he's dressed in some, gown, like a Lord of the Rings gown, and he had some kind of knife thing, and he walked in the studio onto set behind me, and as I was doing the last segment of the show, stood behind me like this with the camera, like he had the knife on my throat. I didn't flinch because I'm pro, but I kind of wanted to throw him through a wall. That's so disrespectful. I mean, I hope it played well and people thought it was funny and all that stuff, but man, if the red light is on, you never walk in a studio. Ever. Ever. And for a guy who's an on-air guy to do that, and then not only to walk in studio, but then to come on the set while I'm doing a segment, he's not going to talk today, by the way. Anyway. Matthew Rogelio, good morning. Stephen Foyle, good morning, Matt and Drew. Was that not the first shutout of the season? Pretty sure it was. I'll tell you right now. Hi, what do you need help with? What? Just tell me, what do you need help with? Tell me.
Mommy.
Okay. He's had tummy a long time. I think that's his second one, actually. A little dog tummy. He's had that toy forever. Let's see. Oh, no, it wasn't the first shutout. They shut out Georgia, 1-0. They shut out Georgia in the opener of that series, 1-0. How quickly they forget. How quickly they forget. Let's see. Josh Long, why does Liquid Fast sound like a laxative? So, Josh, it's an episode of Sesame Street called Bubble Fest, where the word of the day is liquid, and he wants to watch it on fast forward, so he says Liquid Fast. But yes, good point. James Tyrone, Danny Alonzo, Karen Pesson, good morning. C-Mac, what's up? James Tyrone in Savannah. There you go. Moving around a little bit today, huh? Let's see. Stephen Bro, Ant says, good morning. Good morning, normally anymore, forever change. Oh, can't say good morning, normally anymore. Yep. Craig Polk, Craig Duga, what's up? Need a hitting coach, fire pulmonary. Can you talk about receivers? You forgot about midweek games matter. All right, here we go. Riot Podcast was fire. Thanks, Carl the Cat. Yeah, if y'all missed it, Terrio was great. I called him yesterday. We were prepping, and I was like, "Hey, man, what do you want to do?" But he goes, "I just want to talk about LSU baseball." I was like, "The whole thing?" He's like, "The whole thing." I was like, "Okay, man. If you want Elmo, I'll put it to you this way: if you're passionate about something, like if there's something that you like desperately want to talk about, your passion drives the medium. So I don't know if I'm still talking, I can't see me, but passion drives the medium. Like in talk radio, if you don't care about the subject you're discussing, why should your audience care? So if he had something that he was like super gung-ho ready to go in on, I'm all about it. I'm like, I'll shut up, go ahead. It's the same thing like when I'm interviewing a guest. If I'm ever interviewing a guest and I'm asking a question and a guest starts talking or interrupts, like, let him go. I mean, people listen to a guest, or the objective of getting a guest on the show anyway is not to hear me or what I know or my opinion on anything. It's to hear what the guests, like you've set up as they are the expert on this topic, or there's someone worth hearing on this topic. If they have something to say, shut up. Let them say it. You know what I mean?
Attach.
So that's what happened. Yes. Attach. I forgot which one attach is. Which one is attach? Okay, can you remind me which one is attach? Oh, is that Happy to Be Me Club? I think that's Happy to Be Me Club. All right, let's go. I gotta go find that one then, y'all. It's not this one. It's the mellow. Okay. All right, Drew. We gotta find attach. Y'all gotta be patient with me here. I gotta find this stupid episode. Please be that one. I don't know if I'm gonna find it. There it is. Oh, yes! Found it. I'm a master at finding Sesame Street episodes. Among 48 seasons of Sesame Street, somehow, some way. All right. I think that's the one you want. So anyway. If not, he'll be right back in here in a minute. Going attach. By the way, shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. We appreciate them for sponsoring Morning Scone, as always. Awesome people, 5 locations, primary location on Bluebonnet, near Perkins, inside the Surgical Specialty Center. Of course, the Livingston location, take I-12 to Walker, exit, go right. It's on the right, can't miss it. So yeah, thanks, Carl. Terrio was great yesterday. If y'all missed it, it was deep dive into LSU baseball. I mean, hitting, pitching. I posted on, I took a clip out of it yesterday, posted on Facebook. If you want to see that clip, I'm talking about, the approach and hitting and why you should never pull the ball, and it was really, really good stuff. But if you're into that sort of stuff, go check it out. Kirk Taylor loses to South Alabama, and it's all over. So true. John Melanson, good morning. Blaine Allen, what's up? Hey, Aunt Mary, good morning. Dusty Revere, thank you for sharing, Dusty. Sharing is caring. I love that they tell me now who has shared the post. That's wonderful. So if you share, sharing is caring. Let's see. Dusty said, I had a high school coach that played at South Alabama. They usually aren't pushovers. They've had a really good history of success. As a matter of fact, in 1997, I believe. Excuse me. Grover Fast. Yep, that's what that is. Hey, do you want to say hi to everybody? Can you say good morning? Say good morning. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay. Thank you.
Elmo.
Hey, we doing Dad's show? What? We doing Dad's show?
Go for fast.
You are watching Grover Fast. Awabasan. Hey, give me a high five. Thank you. I love you. Hey, you gonna go to Abilities today and see Margaret and Sarah and BB and Aubrey and who else? Miss Sarah. Yep, you're gonna see Miss Sarah. You see her today. Let's see. Daniel Brumley, thoughts on the AAF shutting down? A little surprised. I would have thought that the cash infusion from, was it Dunson? I would have thought that cash infusion would have been enough to get him through this season, certainly. And I typically don't think billionaires like to waste money. So it's a little hard to understand why that guy would invest $250 million to have it shut down before the end of the first season. Fresh market. You have to ask Mimi. So I was a little surprised to that end. I don't know if you saw yesterday, but talked about this on AFR. Did you notice yesterday Vince McMahon sold $272 million worth of WWE stock for further cash infusion into the XFL? He said he will fund it for at least 3 years. And here's why I believe him. So he's already, he's in his 70s, but so Vince McMahon cashed out $272 million in WWE stock to further fund the XFL. He still owns 80% of the company. He cashed out $272 million and still owns 80% of the company. Think about that. Think about how much money that is. Oh my God. Oh. That's how you become a billionaire. Courtney Storer says, love this show. Thank you, Courtney. Appreciate that. Craig Schilling, midweek games matter. LSU wins last night. They dropped one in the RPI. Hey, yo. Todd Dupuis, Sean Pumphrey, Corey Gotra. I'll use that today, Craig, and probably not give you credit. Todd Dupuis, Kirk Taylor says he dresses like in Harry Potter costume. It's a wand. Oh, got it. Talking about T-Bob. What? Attach. Is attach over? When Gordy does it, you're cool, LOL. Hang on, I'll tell you a Gordy story in a second. What do you want, Drew? You want Mickey Mouse? Hey, you want Goofy? Okay. He's giving me my exercise this morning, y'all. Daniel says, when Gordy does it, you're cool, LOL. You talking about walking in the show? All right, Daniel, I'll let you in on a secret. And I will do this just for the 59 of you watching Morning Scone right now in this moment. 61, 59. And I guess I can do this because it's kind of over. But the Gordy feud, me and Gordy, is a total bit. The times when he walked in studio, we planned that whole thing. When he would come in, what the topic would be, what he would say, what I would do. We basically looked at it like pro wrestling. It was scripted, like a walk. Proud. We even played the Shane McMahon music when he walked in. Here Comes the Money. The whole Gordy feud was a total bit. And for years, we laugh because people don't get it. Like, it's so absurd. Like, from the beginning, it was so absurd that I just always assumed nobody would think that was legit, but people believed it. And a couple of weeks ago, Gordy was at an event, and a very senior board member of a business that's a big time advertiser and money spender was talking to him, and he's like, I don't like the way that Scone talks to you, blah blah blah. You basically didn't get the whole thing, and so Gordy had to explain it to him for like 20 minutes, and the guy still didn't understand. Like, wait a minute, so you're not really mad, and he does not really just totally didn't get it. And so Gordy's like, hey, look, we got to stop this, because if it's reaching that level now, so anyway, that's why I can tell you this now that it's over. I can let you in on the secret. But the Gordy, every one of those, when he walked in the studio, 100% scripted. Every one of them. All of them. Like pro wrestling. Anyway. All right, here we go. Cheryl, T wasn't funny at all. I agree with you. That's not funny. Todd Dupuy, great hitter info for Terry yesterday. He was on point. That was very good. Let's see. Sam Dixon, State. What was that? Since college football starvation has already set in, actually looking forward to the spring game. Is that normal? Yeah, that's normal. But you know what's interesting is this is the least amount of time we have spent on spring football since in 10 years of me doing 9 years of me doing AFR. Least amount of time we spent on spring football. And it's because basketball was relevant and baseball was preseason number one and had a little bump in the road that caused a lot of conversation. And I actually welcome it instead of breaking down practice where we don't get to see anything. Let's see. South Alabama beat Southern Miss 17-9 last night. Oh, beat them 15-6. Oh, they are 17-9. Got it. Thank you. Brian Wynn, Jordan Remonde, Proud. Dudley Burleson. What a bunch of losers. Chris Robert, Ben Clark. Hey, Uncle Mike. Good morning. Andrew Brister. What's up? Ben Clark. Gosh dog it. Hey, Megan. Good morning. Brandon DeVille. Looks like Buzz Williams will be introduced Thursday, according to reports. That's a good hire, man, at A&M. And they're throwing a ton of cash at him. He's a former A&M assistant. That's the kind of hire that if LSU is looking for a coach, that I'd like them to make. Someone who has been a major college head coach and has made tournament runs, who has that kind of pedigree. The Will Wade hire, when they made it, was a high risk, high reward type proposition. I mean, you were taking a gamble on a 35-year-old. If it paid off, you had your guy for the next 20 years, theoretically. But if you missed, then that's 3 consecutive failed head coaches, and you fall further into the doldrums, and it makes it harder even still to get out. A guy like Buzz Williams is a much safer hire. It's like Mississippi State hiring Ben Howland, or Georgia hiring Tom Crean, or Tennessee hiring Rick Barnes. Guys that have a winning pedigree that are going to stabilize your program and make you better. They were going to recruit. They'll win a lot of games. See if he wins a championship, but no doubt, however long he's there, he will leave the program better than he found it, sort of thing. Let's see. Kirk Taylor Moffitt was spectacular last night. Who do you think will pitch tonight? Mikhail Hilliard is going to start tonight. Just a question of how long he goes. I don't suspect they'll let him go as long as Moffitt did, just because they're going to want to be able to use him this weekend. Moffitt was great, went 5 innings, did not allow a run. That comes with an asterisk, though, because he gave up a home run that they ruled a home run, went to review, and came back and ruled it a double. I don't know how they ruled that a double. I don't know how they overturned it. So the shot, so if you're at the box, there's like the green wall padding, there's a yellow line on top of it, and then behind that, there's a little chain linked fence, a short chain linked fence behind the wall. The ball, you can look at the ricochet. It hits the fence, the chain link fence, then comes down off the top of the wall and then back into the field of play. How they overturned the home run call to make it a double is mind-boggling. I have no idea. I mean, I'll take it, and I'm happy for Clay because now he gets to maintain his he's still not allowed an earned run all year in like 13 innings pitched, which is awesome and good for him. And he was great last night. 5 strikeouts in 5 innings. He's good. But man, it was I can't believe that they overturned that call. Anyway, but yes, Clay Moffitt was great. And Mikhail Hilliard will pitch tonight, and then a parade of relievers behind him. Let's see. Craig Dugas. Ben McDonald talked about LSU football's new offense last night. Lynn said he's hearing good things. Ben said, seems like we've been hearing that for 5 years now. It's true. And look, everybody's heard it as well, that Joe Brady's running this offense. They're basically doing what the Saints are doing. It's quick routes, get rid of the ball quickly. 5 different routes at a time, be it receivers, backs, tight ends. It's proud. It sounds really good. But there were elements of Matt Canada's offense that sounded really good, and Ed handcuffed him. So let's see if they go out there and they lose to Texas in week 2, hypothetically, and the offense looks terrible doing it. Does he say, screw it, just give the ball to Emery or give the ball to Clyde or give the ball to Davis or whatever, right? We'll see. Like, it's healthy to be skeptical of his offense. I mean, you've got a decade worth of evidence to suggest you should be skeptical. Proud, fast. Charlie Cavell, Mark Landry, what's up? Thomas Bryan. Okay. Is it over? Oh, sorry, bud. I didn't know you wanted proud, fast. Okay, here we go. Proud, fast. Here we go. Proud, fast. You want a proud, fast. Okay, proud, fast. Let's see. Craig Savoy, good morning. Again, shout out to Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. They are tagged in this post. If you could like Brock's page, it's a huge help. Maybe you're out there as a runner and get some foot pain. Well, guess what? They can handle your feet or your ankles. Maybe you're playing soccer, your kids were, and somebody slid to make a tackle and they spiked your kid's leg, and you think there might be something, maybe like a little hairline fracture or something. Well, guess what? They take care of that. They got MRI and X-ray, everything in-house. They've even got their like little ortho shop where you can get your crutches or your walking boot or your neck brace or all that stuff there in-house inside of the surgical specialty center there at Brock. They are the best. Check them out, Brock. Matthew Rogelio. Glad to see Clay Moffitt have some success in his senior season. Totally. I know I've told you all that story before, but Clay went to Catholic. He was a really good football player. I mean, Clay was, you can tell he's a big kid. He's put together, and he was a really good football player. Tore his ACL his junior year, battled all the way back, and then in like the first day of fall workouts, fall practice, before his senior year, tore it again. And it was crushing. But he battled all the way back and got ready for baseball season that year. And Catholic ended up winning the state championship. This would have been 2013, 2014. And he pitched the state championship game and was the winning pitcher in the state championship game, which was awesome. Then he went to LSU Eunice, won a national championship with LSU Eunice, was the last guy to have a spot at LSU a year ago, which was awesome to see. Now really cool to see him contribute. And while he was at Eunice, by the way, he had to take a redshirt year because he had elbow surgery. He's got a giant scar like this on his elbow. He's been through some stuff, man. He has been through a lot. He's persevered. It is really good to see him have success. Let's see. Charlie Cavell. Eddie Stanky was a key cog in the Jackie Robinson story. That's interesting. Eddie Stanky is, I guess, who Stanky Field is named after at South Alabama there. And admittedly, as a younger broadcaster, Josh Ennis and I did a bit on Stanky Field. And how could you not if you didn't know any better? You're 25 and you see that LSU's playing at Stanky Field. I mean, you're going to have some fun with that. Hey, Christine, good morning. Christine, by the way, who's watching, is the one that videoed me doing, our team, doing the Run DMC lip sync this weekend. So you have her to thank for the video of me making a fool of myself. Brandon DeVille, I like Maneri putting Duplantis in the one hole and lead off and bumping Smith to 2. Hopefully Smith can have success. Watson had the 2 hole. You're going to see more fastballs for sure. He had a rough day in that spot on Saturday in Game 3 of that series. Remember, they switched the lineup in Game 3 as well. But Smith was pretty good last night. He singled in the first, and then he homered in the third, and then he left the game. He fouled the ball off his shin. It looked, and it was like, okay, just go sit down. Like, it's 8-0 in the third. We don't need you. Go sit down. We've got another game tomorrow, and then A&M coming in. Just go sit down. Shortstop. But yes, I agree with you. Craig Dugas, the XFL 30 for 30 was interesting AF. I agree with that. It was. Let's see. It's like raspberry AF, the Leaf Heinzmark beer. Scott Pritchard, what's going on? The curse of Johnny Manziel strikes again. How about Johnny? He basically forces himself out of Canada to go to the AAF Memphis team, and then he's there for like 2 weeks, and they fold. It's pretty funny. Kirk Taylor, I could listen to them two call games all day. Lynn is my spirit animal. That's funny. I think Lynn does a good job. I can't stand Lynn's analogies. It's hotter than an egg in a frying pan in hell. I'm just like, come on, Lynn. But anyway, I do like Lynn a lot. You don't say the Gordy feud is a bit. Andrew, I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of people that have no idea that that's a bit. I would assume everybody would get it, but clearly that wasn't the case. Johnny Marchisi, thank you for the share, Johnny. Cheers. Thank you. Let's see. Johnny Football was cut from the NFL, put out of the CFL, put the AAF out of business. Yes, he's probably a curse. I don't know about that. He was cut from the NFL because he stunk. And I don't think he was put out of the CFL. I think he begged out of his contract so that way he could go to the AAF. And that was just a really bad decision. Let's see. Good morning, guys. Clay Moffitt was dealing last night. Great outing from him. Very true. And needed because he went and ate up 5 innings in a week when you had 2 midweek games. So that was pretty key. Let's see. Matthew Rogelio. Good morning. Chris Keller. Shelby Kelly. Good morning. Randy Dabdoob. What did I miss? Nothing, Randy. Just been hanging out. Shelby, Gamal and LSU looked good last night. In fairness, they were playing a SWAC school, and Grambling is terrible. They had their poor kid. It wouldn't have mattered, but Grambling, golly, their poor kid. The starter, had 2 tailor-made ground ball double plays in the first 2 innings, and his teammates booted them. I mean, just flat booted them. One he was taking the throw at second and trying to make the exchange. He dropped the ball, and the other one just misplayed the ball off his glove. I mean, it's like, oh my golly, that poor guy. He deserved better. The starter deserved better than he got. Good morning, Matt. Weighed in yesterday. Came from 289 to 272. There you go, dude. Alvino told us he's looking to drop 80 pounds, so that put him down around 200 when he hits that goal. So already down 17. That's awesome, dude. Keep on going, Alvino. We'll rally behind you, dude. That's awesome. Can't wait to see you hit your goal, man. That's awesome. Anthony, what's up, dude? Sam Nacello, good morning. Anthony, good morning, buddy. At work, headed to get on the train. Thought I'd catch a few minutes of the show before mounting up. Heck yeah, dude. Have a great day. Appreciate you watching, man. AJ Holland, thank you for sharing, AJ Holland. Sharing is caring. Cheers. Missed the game last night. Still saw 9 strikeouts in the box score. Thoughts or insights? Yeah, that's not good. And I'll tell you this, man. The one that was a super bummer was in the second inning. LSU loads the bases, and you've got the top of your order up. Let me make sure I have this right. I want to make sure that I have this right. They had the bases loaded, and Duplantis struck out. Make sure I have this right. DiGiacomo singled, Beloso walked, Mathis struck out, Hughes got on a fielder's choice. So you had bases loaded with 1 out. Bases loaded, 1 out in the second. Like, here's your chance, you can go blow this thing up. And Duplantis and Watson, right? Bases loaded, 1 out, Duplantis, Watson up. I'm sorry, Duplantis, Smith. Duplantis strikes out. And there's 2 outs. And then Josh Smith grounded out to second. Like, that's a moment where you need one of the best hitters in the history of your school to put the ball in play. And he struck out. That's a bummer. And then the first, you let off the game with Duplantis and Smith getting back-to-back singles. You got first and second to start the game. And then Watson's up, and Watson strikes out on 3 pitches. Like, ugh. Anyway. Whatever. Yes, too many strikeouts. I'm sick of seeing 9 strikeouts against Grambling is way too much. I'm tired of it. Let's go stop. 9 strikeouts against Grambling. And you know what's crazy? LSU 2 years ago as an offense had the fewest strikeouts in the SEC. Now, part of that was they were super aggressive and they swung early in counts, and that was something that drove me nuts. They never made pitchers work, but they never struck out. They at least put the ball in play. This team, just too many. And it's not just the bottom of the order. Like, it's not just Mathis and Hughes and Beloso. It's not just the bottom of the order. Like, Duplantis struck out once. Watson struck out once. DiGiacomo had 3. DiGiacomo striking out way too much. I talked about that yesterday, by the way. DiGiacomo struck out 3. DiGiacomo is striking out once every 3 at-bats. Relative to the number of at-bats he's had, that's way too much. Like, the tricky part with him, though, is he's batting .302. So when he puts it in play, he's getting hits. Like, he was 1 for 4 last night. He had a hit. But his 3 times he was out, he struck out. He did walk last night, too. The difference is like Beloso's batting average is down to 253, but Beloso only has like 14 strikeouts in the whole season. And he's got twice as many at-bats as DiGiacomo. That's the big difference right now. Beloso's putting the ball in play. He's just hitting it at people. DiGiacomo is striking out, but when he puts it in play, he's getting a hit. It's tough. Anyway. Okay, I'm going to move quickly here. What time is it? 8:02. All right. Let's see. Gentry Payne, what's up? Kevin Dees, what's up? Stanky was the second baseman on the Dodgers who put his arm around Robinson in Cincinnati. Stanky was from Kentucky, and a southern white man putting his arm around a black man was a huge deal. Got it. Interesting. Kevin Dees. I'll go read up on that. I didn't know his story. Kevin Dees, good morning, Matt and Drew. Nice to see. Only 1 walk for the staff last night. They've completely eliminated the walks. I mean, I don't think Clay Moffitt's walked anybody all year. I mean, they've completely cut that down. That's been refreshing after the first couple of weeks. Mark Lacey, good morning. Craig Savoy, lock of the weekend. Looking forward to the Peanut Gallery weighing in on the lack of change and imagination offensively in a spring practice. Yeah, Ed Orgeron even said, and good for Ed, he even said it yesterday, he's like, we are going to be super basic in the spring game. So good for him. Like, he's basically saying, don't come expecting us to be wide open and imaginative. Like, we're just going to practice. Good for him, and that's all you should do. Let's see. Grambling's catcher was a tiny little guy. He kind of was. Sam Dixon, NFL Europe comes back. Manziel signs 1-year deal with Frankfurt. 3 weeks later, Russia invades Lithuania. That's pretty good. I respect the creativity. Bobby Rogers, John Cunningham, good morning. Mark Lacey, midweek at bats don't matter. Let's see, Dusty. They count, though, toward your average. And I'd like to see you put the ball in play and not strike out 9 times. Dusty, I work late fixing refrigerators. I need someone to start messaging me to remind me when games are starting. I have hundreds of customers, so I usually forget the start time. They start, Dusty, tonight they start at 6, by the way. So they start 30 minutes earlier than yesterday. I think it's probably because South Alabama's got a bus back to Mobile, so they want to make sure they can get them back. So tonight they start at 6, not 6:30, FYI. Let's see, a couple more. Terrio dropping knowledge bombs yesterday. Love hearing baseball guys talking depth baseball. It's very true. It's not for everybody, but that if you love baseball and you certainly are interested in this LSU team, that was fantastic. Cody Crash Davis, strikeouts are fascist. Amy Brown Crane, good morning. Ray, good morning. All right, we are at the end of the comments. All right, we appreciate y'all for watching as always. What's he doing? Hey, don't do it yet. I got to put him on camera again to say goodbye.
Oh, okay.
All right, shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic. They're tagged in this post. If you would like the Brock page, that would be a huge help. And more importantly, though, if you need an orthopedist, go see Brock. They're the best. Like, I tell you all the time, LSU trusts them, the Saints trust them, like Dr. Fields, who's the LSU baseball team doctor, Brock. Dr. Bankston, the LSU football team doctor, Brock. Chip Bankston, the Saints orthopedist, Brock. Okay, Drew, we ready to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Hey, hold on. Hey, let's say goodbye to everybody. You want to say goodbye?
Mwah.
Mwah. Say bye, have a good day.
Mwah.
Say bye, have a good day. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Dad Show. Bye, Dad Show. Say bye, Dad Show.
Bye.
Bye, Dad Show.